Okay, team, so I am making this video to share with you why it's super important not only to consistently do your daily practice, but also specifically why it's very important to prioritize doing it first thing in the morning. So you're doing your practice twice every day, once before you go to sleep, and then once, most importantly, in the morning when you wake up. And the reason why you need to do it in the morning when you wake up is because the first hour of waking up completely shapes your nervous system for the whole day, okay? So this is actually from an energetic and hormonal reason. Your cortisol actually naturally spikes first thing in the morning. It's healthy. It's what the body needs to do to bring you from the sleep cycle into being alert, into waking up and being ready for the day. But because we've got so much going on in the world, because we have so much cortisol, the stress hormone spiking, and so much overwhelm and burnout and consumerism and fast-paced society all the time, instead of that being just a normal thing that happens on the daily, just like a small little spike in the morning, it compounds and adds on top of the stress that we already hold. So it means that you wake up first thing in the morning and you feel that stress and that rush and that overwhelm straight away. So like the morning practice actually gives your nervous system somewhere to put that activation. So instead of just going straight away to drinking the coffee or to the calendar or to the blue light in your phone, actually putting it into the shaking and the breathing and the gratitude and pushing through the resistance of feeling like you need to go, that urgency, you're actually channeling it into this structure. You're channeling it into prioritizing, choosing yourself. Okay, and so this might feel really weird and really uncomfortable and really difficult to do in the beginning, but this is actually, over the consistency, what we want to prioritize doing. So when we go into that silence, when we go into possibly even that sunlight, if you can do the practice outside just to get the air inside of your lungs in the morning, or some of the natural light before you come and check your phone, this is actually just going to increase your mood and give you the natural endorphins, as well as stack up the consistency so it becomes easier so much more. And so people are living in constant dysregulation because they never really transition from the sleeping body to the waking body sort of consciously. Okay, we go to sleep, we wake up, we've got the cortisol going even when we're sleeping, and then we don't have that reset in the morning. And then the same goes for when you go to sleep at night. Okay, so if you're still checking your phone and planning the things that you need to do, and going into a process of fear and of dysregulation and of panic and shallow breathing, it's going to be really challenging for you to be able to have a good sleep. Okay, and sleep is one of the most important things that we need to prioritize, so that we don't go a bit cuckoo. Okay, so the body wakes up full of energy and especially vigilance coming out of that rest state. And so without grounding it and directing it into something, that activation, it just becomes anxiety. Okay, so the morning practice is actually where we set the tone for everything. Okay, we set the tone for that shift in how we operate. Okay, we set the tone for the comfortability in our body, and we start to prove to ourselves that it's okay to be in there. And as we progress through this process, okay, it's gonna feel sometimes really hard to show up, but it's not about showing up perfect every time. It's just about showing up. Okay, so we want to prioritize this practice as almost the most important part of our day, the biggest thing that we need to do. And the reason why it starts off so small and so simply is just so that we get used to actually choosing ourselves instead of the world, choosing ourselves instead of the other, choosing to just go inside, analyze our landscape, be with ourselves, breathe, so that we can strengthen the muscle of going inside, strengthen the muscle of being aware of those sensations, and strengthening that muscle of gifting ourselves the presence that's going to open our capacity to be able to feel, to be able to receive, to be able to have that pleasure that I know that we all want. Okay, so we want to turn this daily practice into a non-negotiable ritual. Okay, and this is going to be our pillar, our structure, our framework. And the most important part of this entire practice is showing up to this daily, twice a day, as soon as you wake up and before you go to bed. I know you can do it. Proud of you already.